Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the Legend of Keepers. Lyra the Engineer is here and ready to take on the third banner. And today, we're going to be producing 1.21 gigawatts. I love the name. I don't know how many references I'm actually able to make because I don't remember Back to the Future very well, but hey, I'll do my best. As always, we'll be going in with high gold gain and low master life, because I never learned my lesson.
Let's go!
We begin with the trap. Well. So we saw this last time. This is the promotion for Lyra, the engineer. We get a special trap room. Now, our team composition here is a little strange. And it feels like we have the potential for morale shenanigans, which makes me kind of want to try the Tesla cannon. It kind of does. But the defensive turret is always a good, 60 damage right to the face. Feels good. Feels good. So let's just stick with the tried and the true and shoot people in the face. Okay, sounds good to me. Now, as always, I'm going to take a quick second to peruse our employees. All of these look pretty familiar, and I will get right back to you. For this special banner, the name specifically, we'll be deviating from some of our normal names. All this is familiar, we've seen it before, but we have the Gargoyle Notre Dame, the Headslinger, the DeLorean, Doc, the Aerobot, Burnbot, the Roaster, Marty, the Human Hunter, and our second Human Hunter is McFly. Of course, Marty McFly was the protagonist of Back to the Future, I think. The DeLorean was the car that time traveled. Don't ask how it worked. And Doc was the Doc.
Great Scott!
Now, as always, I do want to try and use our traps, especially since we have a special trap here. A mechanical spider gains multi-action 1 if there are less than 3 heroes left. Minus 10 morale. Applies terrified. Now, we do not have a whole lot of morale synergy with our team. Except for DeLorean, and Notre Dame sort of, kind of, but not really. So, let us investigate. I don't think we have the funds to upgrade a rare trap, do we? Wait, you're not gonna tell me? Oh. Great. So, I've heard that the good old Doc is quite strong, the Aerobot. What do you upgrade into? Monsters in the dungeon get 5 barrier points when the Aerobot attack monsters in the dungeon. Oh. And this broken armor plays into our trap pretty well. Interesting. Fascinating. Gains power equivalent to 50% of the barrier. Are we doing barrier synergies? Oh. That's what we're playing. We're playing the barrier game, I see. So at the engineer, well, we could upgrade our trap to get the bonus barrier, but I think we're going to want to upgrade our minions here. We're going to need a lot of help, I think. So let's get Doc up. Oh, you're expensive. Yeah, no matter who I upgraded, we can only do it once. Alright. I kind of want to hit the merchant here to see if we can hit something that would help, but I'm going to YOLO the event. Wow, this start is... Ooh. While dusting the dungeon, the cleaning goblin has freed a monster caught in a spider's web. He also accidentally woke up a giant spider queen, who demands compensation for the destruction of her web. Unfortunately, we are going to have to sack 50 life here to fight it, but we do get a level 2 ghost, who is of course going to be named the one and only Yog-Sothoth. I think there's only one G, but it's fine. Now, here is a question. The morale damage continues. Interesting. Is the pivot afoot? The brewer behind Strangle Stout, the world-famous beer with a delicate aroma of stagnant slime, is looking for hero tears to make a whole new blend. She'll pay you in as much beer as you can urinate. Will you make a contribution? I would love to, but I can't. The doctor has just had a brilliant idea. Why not cynically gather blood or tears directly from your employees? The motivation game. Oops, wrong button. The motivation game. A risky gambit. We technically don't need these yet. Unless we get an event. Are we killing people or fearing people? We're going to refuse this. Because I'm concerned. Well, I don't think we have the best start in the world. We hit a lot of misses on the events. But hey, I'm still going to pull this all together. And we're going to fight the veterans. I forgot to mention that we do have an artifact which further plays into the whole barrier thing. Whenever a hero makes a monster lose barrier points, they lose that much life. So we are, it seems, heavily incentivized to do barrier stuff, so we're going to have to try and put that together somehow, some way. Now, we are fighting the Shadow, Imajahaken, and the Shitty Shaman, and of all of these three, nothing terrifies me more than the Shadow. So we're going to double dome him in the face and hope we can kill him. Just going to give it my best. Of course, for our first trap, we have the energy converter because it's at least useful. We could have put the spider here to try and apply Terrified for some of the morale stuff we're going to try. But, I don't know. We have Doc up front, and I was kind of concerned about what to do here because my nature resistance was kind of terrible in this room outside of the Aerobot. But he does do a lot of damage to the Shadow. And he might live? Maybe? Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Yogg-Sothoth is doing a lot. Thankfully, our air resistance is actually pretty good. Oh, right. Fire. Forgot about that. Our fire resistance is really not. I guess we just explosive. Now, they are going to heal here at this well, but I think we've gotten the Shadow low enough that our second team here can just clean up the scraps. I think. Do I scare him? No. I think we can do that. And of course, Yogg-Sothoth is level 2, so when he dies, he will be demoralizing the enemy team. Oop. Oh, the Shitty Shaman heals. I forgot about that. She healed, then healed again. So about that dealing damage. Easy trap isn't what we're going to do. We might want to do the barrier points. Because poison's not very effective against this team. Alright, barriers it is. I kind of wish the barrier that you obtained from this was based off the damage you dealt. But I can kind of see why it's not. Now, I'm kind of just hoping that Burnbot kills everything here. So Marty and McFly are in the positions to take damage. That's it. They're going to take all the damage. This could be bad. I feel like we need to kill the Shadow. And I'm not sure exactly how that's going to be done. This max life is great for him, but not so much for them. I think Burnbot will live one more turn. The Shadow is so resilient against the human hunters. It might have been the correct call to try and buy another monster early on, but it's hard to say. Because that too comes down to RNG, right? Like, what are we gonna get? I wonder... Probably not. I was musing at the idea of changing talents for this banner. Because, of course, we're going down the left tree, which is empowering our traps. But you could go down the right tree, which is... Wow. Empowering barrier and stuff. Now, it looks like we're probably going to be fine here.
Say clever like a human.
I hope.
Can't rely on anyone these days. You gotta do everything yourself, don't we?
I think Lyra can carry this. It is very unfortunate, however, that the one guy that's going to be left is incredibly resilient against air. 50% less damage, and we're being slapped with the tired. It can be done, though. Lyra can bring it home. I hope. Oof, okay. We're about to hit 50% tiredness, which is no bueno. Oh, you can do it, Lyra. I believe in you. I believe. X tiredness stacks. Poison. Ooh, cutting it close. Cutting it close. Okay. So we have the Futakuchi Onna. I don't use her very often. She's pretty squishy. She does give guaranteed crit, though, which is amusing. Also, can do some morale damage. We have the Naga here, who is a reliable shenanigans character. Ricochets the air position behind the target's morale. We might have to try and get that done. We could also try the Possessed Armor. The Possessed Armor provides a lot of, well, armor. 50% armor is pretty impressive. We're going to take the Naga. Alright, listen up. I'm going to bestow upon you, the name of the greatest Naga to have ever lived. Queen Ashara. Listen. Please carry this run. Please. I need your help. Please. I should probably level someone else. Putting all of our eggs in one basket, eh? What a shock. Let's see what we YOLO'd here. Aerobots for the winged boots. Oh. Erdem Sum, thank you for subscribing. I forgot that was on. Good times. The funniest thing is when I have OBS still open from like when I was streaming and recording and I'm just playing Lost Ark and that pops up. It scares the shit out of me. But thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to take the big money here from McFly. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good news, everyone! The board has declared that due to a great financial period, the company can allocate you extra resources in the form of a trap, a recruit, or cold. Hard cash. That is a level 2 Mordecai. I will never say no to a level 2 Mordecai. We might have a chance, team. There might be a chance. We have quite the morale damage in this room. So let's move Doc back to room 2. I think Marty and McFly are both, like, questionable in this build. I kind of want to go to Emergent to see if we can find a little bit more barrier synergy, but what would we even look for? I don't know. Burnbot's ally ability with Mordecai is so good. Doc being in room 1 actually is helpful, isn't it? Because of the bonus barrier from his passive. But room 1's become like a morale build. Doing a lot of hybrid stuff. What's this YOLO? The R&D manager has developed a new trap and seems to be very proud of it. He wants to secretly sell it to you for a few gold coins. Sure, more options is good. More options is good. Speaking of options, let's YOLO the second artifact. I think our teams are okay here. I'm on the fence about Doc being in the second room, because of course he provides barrier to the entire dungeon when he attacks, but let's see how this works out, shall we? We have yet another perplexing layout, and we're fighting some pretty terrifying things yet again. So, not sure how this is going to roll. At least they aren't going to heal this time. So we have the Berserker leading the charge, of course, the dreaded Berserker. A terrifying enemy for pretty much any composition. The Dragon Knight, who will be attacking the center, applying vulnerability and doing all sorts of annoying stuff. And bringing up the rear is the Mamluk, the higher tier of the Amashahagin. And, I'm a little concerned, I think. This room is not going to live long. Because As you saw, the Dragonite applied vulnerability to Ashara. I'm kind of just hoping she can survive. And call it a day. Damage and morale dealt by 100% of last remaining hero. So, we YOLO this. How does the stun work? Morale, okay. Oof. She lives one turn. The DeLorean took that like a champion. It's kind of looking like this entire team is going to live one turn. They just get one turn and that's it. Which is kind of what I was expecting, right? I'm kind of just hoping I can terrify the Berserker, and it seems to be going pretty well. Unfortunately, that's not going to ricochet. That's not going to do anything. Maybe we stun him? I tried. Can I... Nope. I was kind of hoping Yogg-Sothoth thoughts would get a second turn and we could, you know, scare off this guy. Oh, right. That guy heals. Great. Forgot about that. Well, we did our best. And now it's time to try our hardest with the second group. The second group is kind of relying entirely on Mordecai's prowess, which is not great considering I don't have the Miraculous Pill or anything. But it's pretty much Mordecai versus the Mamluk. Like, it's a terrifying 1v1. We're gonna have to do our best. It's looking like he's gonna kill him in 2 turns, maybe? The barrier should be eaten. Burnbot, of course, is going to use his ally's ability in an attempt to get Mordecai good to go. I hope. Mordecai's level 2, right? Yes, so he will gain additional barrier as well. It's kind of looking like we're in the same situation where everything's going to live one more turn. Which is great. One more turn. One more turn to bring it home. One more turn to make Mama Lyra proud. I think that's death for the Mamluk with 3 stacks of poison. It sure is. Fantastic. So, if I do this again, that just extends the duration, right? It doesn't go off twice or anything? I might as well try it. There's 20% of max health. Does that mean I die? Whatever. I don't have any source of morale damage here, so... the Berserker's probably just going to live at like 10 morale. The Dragonite is pretty hard countering what we're doing, but... oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well done, Mordecai. You did your best. You carried as hard as you could. Ow. So, what do we do here? Easy target for the trap? Easy target for the trap. We're using our brand new trap, the Poison Cloud, which I think is actually going to kill the Berserker here. Boom shakalaka. It killed them both. Oh, trap build. Oh. There's a part of me that's screaming, don't you do it. But there's another part that's like, it wouldn't be a Fable Legend of Keepers episode without it, would it? The Horn of Plenty, monsters have a 20% chance to deal a critical strike when attacking. The Liquid Nitrogen capsules, ice damage from monster attacks are dealt to the target's fire resistance if it is lower than the ice damage. This can be exceptionally good. But I don't think we really have someone that can make use of this right now. Or... Miraculous Pill.
I shouldn't. Do it.
Monsters placed at the back lose 20 speed and start their fights with minus 50% of max life, but perform a second action. And like I said, it wouldn't be a Fable episode without it. Now, our morale is kind of in the pits. I'll admit that. And this isn't really helping. The R&D director has created a centrifuge that can transform hero blood into tears. Let's use it. Sure. I think we're just going to have to continue YOLOing. A Banshee has offered her crying services for a very reasonable price. You could get a small quantity of tears for free if you show her one of your employees to get her all emotional. No thank you, Banshee. No thank you. A giant worm has oozed its way into the lower levels. What will you do with it once you have killed it? We're going to offer it to our minions, of course. Alright. Marty is unfortunately going to have to sit out. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. I think we have to go trainer. I think we do. Energy converter level 2. This goes up to 35, right? I'm just trying to think of literally anything that could help us. Yeah, it goes up to 35. That could be that could make a big difference, but I don't think it's going to. So, instead... There's no one that we can level and then level another person. So whoever we pick is the one person being leveled. I think there's a part of me screaming to level up Ashara. And I think I'm going to have to do it. Ashara with Miraculous Pill is disgusting. I kind of want to put Doc in the first room, though. For reasons I've touched on, I think. Is there a world in which Ashara comes in the second room? Mordecai and Ashara kind of want the second or the third spot together. Like they're both contesting it. Let's try this again. We scraped by the skin of our teeth, so let's see if we can pull it out. If we can once again scrape by. Oh, this is going to depend entirely on what this is. Please, no pyromancer. We have an... What is with this layout? Has every combat been the promotion room into a trap, into a monster, and then had the second monster before the second trap? Because this layout is driving me a little bit insane. Just ever so slightly insane. The good news, however, is that our wish was granted. We are not fighting a pyromancer or a necromancer who would kind of just ruin everything we're trying to do. We are fighting a ninja. Very annoying. Concertist. Incredibly annoying. With a samurai. Miyamoto. Now, the hard part here is that the... Uh-oh. The ninja and the concertist are doing AoE damage. So there is a incredibly high chance that Ashara doesn't get a turn. And I kind of think that's the reality we live in right now. Which is really not good. I'm gonna pop that dodge because I don't like it. Uh-oh. And this, my friends, is the danger of the Miraculous Pill. It's good. Yeah, it's good. But it needs help. Or else you're just gonna die. Purification Altar is going to set them free of their debuffs. And I really have no choice but to use sampling here. I think there's a way I can improve this. I hope Mordecai doesn't die. This room layout is the exact same as last time. It should be no surprise to anyone. The dodge is so annoying. So let's just do an AoE damage, I guess. Do I get 5? Wait a minute. Did that not buff my team? And Mordecai's dead. Oh, we're going to have to rethink this, I think. Ah, the Miraculous Pill. Such a wondrous and terrifying thing. I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, and I don't know if it's enough.
Winning isn't everything.
Yeah, it's just the only thing that matters. I want a rematch!
So what I've changed up here... Oh, that does so little damage to you. Oh, alright. We're not going to shoot the shadow. because I needed to not get the dodge. That was awful. But I put down the energy converter. This will provide a slight barrier for Azara, and I hope it's enough to keep her alive. I hope. Because the only other strategy I have is to just not put her there, which would be a huge detriment to our damage. So I'm kind of hoping we can just get this done. I'm not sure if I should kill... Oh, Shara, please live! Lives literally at 1. Okay. Oh, miraculous pill. Wow. Is that enough? I wonder? I don't think so. It also doesn't help that the altar is directly after this fight, which is relying a lot on demoralization to do stuff. I've also changed up this group. Whether I should have is another question, but I put Mordecai in the center because I thought at least him getting a turn is better than not, and because he didn't survive last time, I'd have to kill the Shadow or the Concertus to make him live. Kind of concerning he has the most health here. Maybe I should put Aerobot in the back. He would still go before this guy. That's a thought. For now, Burnbot is in the back. Goodbye, Shadow. Ooh, the Spike Shield actually did something. For now, it's Burnbot in the back. And I might try and Firehawk here, actually. Because I don't have any barriers. Because the Shadow died before. This is going to be so close. I need to kill the Concertist. Maybe I should have barriered. The barrier question was... I think it's just going to fall. That's why I didn't do it. Okay. Now we have the trap. This frog has been so helpful. I think the trap kills him.
Everything has been tweaked to optimal performance.
This guy lives at 6. He applies dodge to himself, but I'm pretty sure the dot still gets him. So we zap the samurai.
Headshot.
And the dot kills him. Oh, that was messy. We got it done. We got it done. The mouth shutter. AoE morale and applies silence. They cannot use hero skills. I've debated on this one a lot. But there's something here. There is something here that needs our assistance instead. The Transmutation Circle. Monsters placed at the front deal 2% additional damage per missing life percentage. This could be okay. It could be okay. Or the Jubako. The one and only. You know. I know. He knows. That Yggdrasil is here. I named him Haligtree last time, but that was just because I forgot what we were doing. Alrighty. Alrighty, so many things to do. We're going to go to the engineer. This frog deserves an upgrade, let's be honest. But level upgrade to 3 is so shit. We're going to upgrade the trap, and we're going to go ahead... What does this do? Hi, team, I'm not feeling the mechanical spider. I'm really not. Like, if I could put this before the first room, I understand the power of Terrified. But the way we have it lined up right now, its multi-action effect is never going to go off. Which is kind of its appeal, right? I don't know. We'll upgrade the converter and the frog. They put in so much work. So much work. Now, I think we're going to have to go to the therapist. Our team is pretty demotivated, but I would love to go to the black market. Instead, we're just going to cry about our feelings for a little bit. And we're going to the workshop. I don't think you've ever seen this before. You have finally some free time to tinker your advanced trap. Which part shall you upgrade? So we can go with weaponry for enhanced damage. This will increase the damage from 60 to 80. We could go with new materials, which will apply a new passive that applies broken armor 3. Does this mean if I shoot the same target, the first attack applies broken armor, and then the second attack benefits from the broken armor. Or gunner. This supplies a whole new ammunition. So we can shoot 3 times instead of 2 times. I'm kind of into that. Alright, more ammo it is. More ammo it is. The veterans. Another artifact. Let's get a third one. I'm sure we won't pick one just as fucking greedy as the one we have right now. I'm sure I wouldn't do that. Now, I think Doc has to come to the first room. I think he does. Our second room needs to be the destruction of all reality. And right now it's not. And I don't know how to make it better. Mordecai and Burnbot synergize incredibly well together. In fact, we should probably level up Burnbot. But what is the third piece of this puzzle that we're missing? Is it DeLorean? If we bring DeLorean back to the final room, there is a chance that his back attack will have its conditions met by the time the enemies get there. So that he can deal bonus damage if they're... Let's do that. Let's try that. Let's give that a shot. This first room is still fine. I am going to pull Yog-Sothoth out because he is dying a lot. Let's restore this, get him back to fighting shape, and let's see what we can do now. Let's get it done. We're fighting some scary names here, but I'm actually relatively confident in our layout here, I hope. So we are fighting yet another shadow. He will be attacking the front with nature damage, very annoying. The Invoker, who you saw rip the ice skill, is going to be attacking the front with fire damage, and the Virtuoso being the annoying Tier 3 Concertist. So why am I at all confident in what we're about to do? Good question. You see, okay, we do apply barrier. I think that Doc is going to tank 2 hits. Well, oh. Okay, he almost tanked 2 hits. I wanted Yggdrasil up front, but as you can see, Yggdrasil is weak to fire, so he was only going to partially resist the danger coming his way. Now we are going to get Ashara's Miraculous Pill up and running, which is nice. Alas, it's not going to be enough. Yggdrasil is going to also get 1 attack off, which is nice. But not enough. At least we've gotten a healthy amount of damage in before the cavalcade of traps. And the trap layout is actually much friendlier for us this time than it was in the past, which is nice. Ashara almost made it to a second turn. Could you imagine if she could live a second turn? Life would just be swell. They would have been dead. Now, my trap choices here were kind of sketch, because the energy converter is not going to do much against the heavily armored Virtuoso. Very unfortunate. But it did something. And this layout, however, is going to be much better. With the targeting drone, we will apply easy targets, and our newly leveled up frog, which actually didn't increase its damage, but our newly leveled up frog is going to take advantage of that. And the easy target will persist for our lovely little defensive turret, which can now shoot 3 times. It doesn't do much against the Virtuoso, but I probably could kill him. But why kill the Virtuoso when I can kill the other 2 units? I knew I picked this turret for a reason. There it is. All wrapped up in a nice little blanket. That was a good trap layout. That is what we're looking for in this game. Now, I don't think I really need to talk about our layout here because, let's be honest, we're going to win. But, don't die, Mordecai. Okay, thank you. Mordecai was going to survive even if the other 2 lived because they were attacking the front. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 100% damage because the Concertus went first, but that's alright. It doesn't matter. Right? No, it doesn't matter. I do think we should level up Burnbot. I think we should do that. Alrighty. Ooh. 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 The Demonic Pendant applies Terrify to all heroes when a demon is defeated. We might be able to make use of this. Might. Both Yggdrasil and Ashara are demons. But Terrified does not empower the damage of demoralization. So we would basically just be looking for Yggdrasil to die to empower Ajara. Which is possible. We could make that happen. It's just, do we want to? The Bewitched Gloves, damage dealt by monsters, 2 heroes, at their max life increased by 100%. I've talked about this one a lot. I think this is a great item, but it kind of requires a certain lineup that we probably aren't going to hit with all of our AoE stuff. I might pick it up anyway, though. The Tar Ball, heroes affected by burn lose 30 speed. We have 2 methods of burn, in Burn Bot and in Mordecai. Not that Mordecai really uses it. This could be helpful. So if we use Mordecai's burn, turn 1, because Mordecai's really fast, that could potentially allow for one of the other units to get their turn in. Could. I think I'm just going to take the damage, though. Shocker. 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 Our health is looking pretty good, so I think we're going to go to the engineer. Can I even upgrade anything? I'm going to go to the engineer and cross my fingers. Hey, look. Level 3 energy converter's a level 3 energy converter. Now, we are low on funds, so let's go to the black market, and I'm going to sell pretty much both of these. Marty and McFly, goodbye. Farewell. Notre Dame also hasn't been doing a whole lot of work, so we're going to punt all of them. Money. And now, we could go to the Alchemist for even more money, but I think we're going to YOLO. The cleaning goblin comes to see you, weeping. Zluby, his pet stick insect, died in a mopping accident. Will you take Zluby to the resurrection room to harvest the goblin's joyful cheers, sell the corpse to a gourmet chef, or organize a funeral? Now, someone pointed out, so I don't remember who it was, that 40 gold is pretty cheap to get 40 tears, which you can then use at the Alchemist. It does require us to stop by an Alchemist, of course, but yeah, we can get it done. Now, I could put someone here at this course, which would give them 2 levels. But depending on who it YOLOs, you know, things could happen. So I think we're going to actually go to a merchant for once. Nergleth is here. The possessed armor. There's a lot of YOLO shenanigans that possessed armor could do, and it could provide us with a healthy amount of, well, armor. Kind of missing that in our team here. So you know what? I think we're going to take it. And I think I'm going to roll one more. A Time Watcher. Now, I don't actually make use of the Time Watcher very much, but there is a world in which this could be good. This could be good. His speed is pretty low. I have to level him up, I think. But applying haste to the rest of the team could be pretty decent. Deals 10% of the current morale. Target is slower. Alright, we'll take the Time Watcher. Of course, the Time Watcher's name is none other than Nozdormu, wherever he is. As for the armor, did I have a name for the possessed armor? Galahad's pretty decent. Galahad's pretty decent. And now today, I'm gonna try and end on week 24. That I think splits the 2 episodes up better. So we're going to end with this glorious combat. Actually, I probably should just end here and then start the next time with the combat, but that's okay. We'll end with this combat. And I guess we could go for a monster. This one gives the most gold, which is kind of strange. But it's a master bonus. That could be fun. They do have a healing well, which sucks. But let's bring Nozdormu to the back. Okay. You to the front. Alright. Let's see how this goes. If anyone has a name suggestion for the possessed armor, feel free to let me know. And we're gonna go smack this veteran, in the face. This was a particularly strange layout, but I think we have a pretty good chance against what we're fighting here. We have the Dragon Knight, who is of course going to attack the center with a lot of physical damage. The Sage, who will be attacking the front with ice, and the Hellbringer, who will attack the back with ice, but she has that weird passive where it hits all things. Our first room here is incredibly resilient to ice, except for Galahad, of course. So I'm pretty confident Ajara is just going to kind of destroy everything. This is what I envisioned, pretty much. He negated that first trap, but that's okay. We do it again. Jubako is standing here in the front, and he's going to eat these ice punches like a Chad. This is going to be what could be the ideal version of what I was trying to do. It could be. Oddly enough. Yes, we're playing as Lyra the Engineer with no mechas. What a dream. Truly. If armor is negative. Armor is not negative. Sure, we'll just Flame Strike. I'm a far Malaysia. Well, I mean, this is going well. Boom shakalaka. The ricochet of the gods. Alright. Kill that tracker. Nothing will attack Ajara for a little bit anyway. I believe Galahad is dead here. But I don't think it matters. Yeah, goodbye, Galahad. Yep. Okay. This is everything I wanted it to be. Good stun. When I picked up Queen Ajara, when I bestowed upon the Naga the great name of one of the hottest World of Warcraft characters ever, this was what I wanted.
Arise, Ajara. Arise, my queen.
Speaking of what I wanted, we have 3 options here. The Engineer, we can empower her mechanical resonance. We actually have used this today, but I see something more intriguing. We could get +7 power. This would, of course, increase her power, so she is more effective at defending herself, which would be nice. I still don't think I know if increasing the Master's power will increase the efficacy of their dungeon spells. I don't think so. But if anyone can confirm or deny that, I'd appreciate it. What we will be picking up is the Sampling. This, of course, is her dungeon spell, which deals physical damage to everyone and then applies that amount of damage to the barrier. Well, a set amount, so 17 barrier. Is +3 barrier points worth a Master bonus upgrade? Maybe. But we're going to take it anyway. I don't know. Maybe. Only Galahad was wounded. The plan has all come together. I feel like this is a trend with Lyra. I start off, and it's all falling apart. She has to pick up the pieces and put them back together personally. And then we're smooth sailing. I do kind of feel bad that we're not really doing... Well, we aren't doing trap stuff, but they're not the focus of this run. This run is all about barriers. So, he says as he had a team of 3 demons in the front to just carry everything. You know what I mean. We're doing this weird hybrid barrier traps sometimes come in clutch run. It's working out kind of well. But anyway, that is it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. And if anyone would like to stay up to date with anything happening on the channel, a new series is coming. Feel free to join the Discord description down below. And I will see you next time to finish it out and truly produce 1.21 gigawatts. Bye.